Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47 Peter YouTube channel. And in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the EFE Rail range Class 58. So last year, during Bachmann's 2020 range announcements, which were announced each quarter of the year, they announced the EFE Rail range, which has a number of different products of toolings that have come from other manufacturers. For example, you've got the exclusive first edition's die-cast tube stock, the 1938 stock, which is being motorised. You've also got some of the Kernow BT well tanks, which I have one of those, which I've already done a review on. The LSWR gate stock, which was made for Kernow, and those models have been distributed on behalf of Kernow, as well as the cement wagons, which were again also distributed on behalf of Kernow. And they've got some other models in the range as well. And some of the models that they do have in the range are the Class 58, which is Heljan tooling. They've also got the cargo wagons and the Class 35 Hymex, which are also Heljan tooling. Now I'm wondering if these models have been distributed on behalf of Heljan. It doesn't say anywhere on the box that it's been distributed on behalf of Heljan, so I don't know. Have they taken on these toolings to put into the range? Or have they been distributed on behalf of them? I don't know. If anyone knows, you know where the comments box is, I'll be very interested to know. I did already own a Heljan Class 58, but I sold that one off and I decided to get this one instead. I know it's the same livery and it's going to be the same model, but the last Class 58 I had was 58050, Toten Traction Depot. This one is 58021, Hither Green Depot. So I thought I'd have a little bit of a change, why not? So that one model was sold off and I got this one, which has just arrived in the post from Kernow, and I only bought it the day before filming this video, so that's very quick and excellent service from Kernow, that is. So I'm going to get this open and we're going to have it put onto the loads and we're going to have a look at it. So here is the model out of the box and down on the layout. Now the first thing I can say is that this model does not have any quality control issues. There's no imperfections or blemishes in delivery for a start. There's no damage to the model. There was no detail parts that had come loose in the box that had to be glued back on again. All the parts are correctly fitted. It's in the superb factory finish that we all expect to see, especially when we pay something like 148 quid for a loco like this. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it. And also, straight out of the box as well, it runs well. It's a very smooth runner in either direction, and this model also has working directional head and tail lights as well. Also supplied with this model are some spares. You get 2 accessory bags. I don't normally cover the accessory bags these days, but I'm just going to show you the spares that you get. You have the tension lock couplings in there, and you have some handrails. So, should you get any that maybe are missing on the model, or if you accidentally damage them, keep these, because then you can replace them after. And also, the bogies here, they're designed to pull off, so you can easily get to the wheels. In the box they also supply some spares as well, so it is good to see that they've supplied some spares with this model. So now we're going to move on to the detail. So first of all the buffer beam detail, the screw link coupling and the air pipes, they've already been fitted. when Heljan first released the models, you had to fit those detail parts yourself. But with the models that EFE Rail have brought out, those detail parts are already fitted for you, which is nice to see, because adding those detail parts can be fiddly. You may find though, if you do fit the tension lock coupling, whether you choose to put it in both ends of the loco or just the one end, you might need to trim off the air pipes, because otherwise the coupling can catch on those parts, and around bends that can cause the stock to derail. And also the model does have sprung buffers, which are plastic. I don't have any care for the sprung buffers, to be honest, but they're there anyway. That's a standard feature for this model. On the front of the loco we have warning signs. The loco's running number 58021, crisply applied on the front there. You've also got the multiple control jumper cable just there, and the ETH connector. Also, the handrail on the front of the loco is a separately fitted detail part. That detail part is not moulded. In the cab interior we have the seats and the controls, which have been painted, so they look really nice. The detail parts and the bogies is mostly moulded, but the footsteps on the bogies just here are separately fitted. However, as I mentioned earlier in the video, these bogies, they do pull off these parts just here, and that basically gives you easy access to the wheels, such as if you wish to clean them, maybe even get to the pickups, or if you wish to maybe weather the wheels with sleeper grime or paint them, whichever. So I do quite like that little feature. The handrails on the sides of the doors, they are also separately fitted. What is quite interesting with the handrails on this loco is, as you can see, you've got these extension bits on the handrails. You've got these extra bits, as you can see, which is quite unusual. It is prototypical to the real loco. If you do Google 58021, you will see that the handrails, as they are depicted on the model, are correct. I've no idea why on this particular loco that the handrails are like this, why they seem to be different to the majority of the other Class 58s. Someone may know the answer to that one, and if you do, you know where the comments box is. I would be interested to find out about that. The only thing I would say though is that even though you do get spare handrails, these little bits that are extended on the handrails, these extra bits, as you can see here where I'm pointing to, they're not supplied as spares, so you will need to be very careful with how you handle the model. Be extra careful. The body side grills on this model have been painted black. Now, the first release Heljan did, when they first brought out the 58s, 58050, that had the grills painted blue. In a later batch they did, the body side grills on the mainline livery loco were painted black. Now, with the model I had, I did actually repaint the grills, because I think the body side grills, especially on this livery, look better when they're painted black. The only thing is though, when you did paint the grills, you could no longer see the detail on them, as you can see here. So it is good to see that they have painted the grills on this, because I also think they look better painted black rather than just being left blue. But that's just my opinion. You've also got the handrails there on the top of the loco. They are made out of plastic, but they are separately fitted, and they are painted white, which really does make them stand out. Now we move on to the livery application. As I've already mentioned, there are no imperfections anywhere at all on the livery, so that's good to see. It's a correct shade of blue, very nice and evenly applied. And you've also got the Mainline logo crisply printed on the body sides, as well as the loco's number 58021, as well as the depot plaque and the nameplate. Now, some may argue that for the amount of money we should have etched metal nameplates, but I'm not really fussed about the printed ones, to be honest. On the roof we have the exhaust port, which has been painted, and that looks really nice. And then you've got the roof grills, which they are mesh and they're separately fitted. And underneath the grills you have fans underneath them. On the other end of the loco, the detail is all the same. Again, on this end, the buffer beam detail has been fitted for you already. And on this model, I have already fitted a hump coupling to this model, ready to pull some trains on the layout. And so here's the other side of the loco, and the only reason I'm showing you the other side is just to show you how immaculate this model is, that there's nothing wrong with it at all. So that's it then for my review on the EFE Rail range Class 58. And I've got it posed next to my other mainline livery acquisition, 37798. And the reason I chose the mainline livery is because it's a livery from my childhood. I remember seeing 58s in coal sector, mainline livery as per 58021 here, and EW&S, later EWS. So if I was going to get a Class 58, it made sense to get one in a livery that I remember seeing them in. And I've got a nice little fleet of mainline livery locomotives now. I've got 58021 here, I've got 37798 just here, I've got a Class 60 and an 09, which you guys will have seen them many times before in my videos. And so it's nice to have a fleet of locomotives in that livery, which is, like I say, a livery from my childhood. And in my own opinion, I think this is a very smart livery. I think it's one of the smartest liveries that was ever worn by the 58. So for my own conclusion then on the model, and bear in mind this is just my own personal opinion, we've all got different opinions. You know, just because someone else might have a divided opinion that's different to mine, it doesn't mean I'll have the same opinion. And I'm certainly not paid by anyone to say what I say about these models in my review videos. My videos as they are, it's my own personal opinion based on my own experience and what I personally think of them. And I think it's a great model. It's really nicely detailed. If you are willing to spend 148 quid on this model, then I'd definitely recommend it. If not, however, then I would recommend you wait till there's a price drop. But it's definitely a model that I would recommend you get. And if you like your British diesels, you've got to get a Class 58. Or even multiple of them even. So, definitely recommended by me. It's a good model. Right, so to finish off the video then, we're going to get into the running session. And appropriately, I'm going to get it running with my rake of HAA wagons. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. As ever, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Don't forget to hit the like button. Feel free to check out all my other videos, and I'll see you again next time. But until then, take care. Goodbye.